Friends, welcome to Lent Madness Weekly Update number 1 for 2021. I'm Tom Ebersole, and I'm the pastor here at Wayne Church, and I want to thank you for joining us as we take a look at our progress for Lent Madness this year. First of all, I want to encourage all of you to go to www.lentmadness.org, and we need to thank this organization and patronize them just for all the wonderful materials that they give us to be allowed to do this every year. Also, I want to go through the process a little bit, but I also want you to know that we do this because this helps us learn about church history every time we do it. We learn about the saints who have gone before us by reading their biographies as we learn more about them and compete together in Lent Madness 2021. And we get to have some fun as we're going through Lent, and that's why they do that. Why we do that. Now, I want you to know a little bit about our process here at Wayne Church. Each of you have gotten a bracket, and it started out with those 32 saints on there, and then we have these, well, they're not battles, but what we do is we go on to lentmadness.org and we sign up for the daily emails that come out, and then we vote for our favorite saint as we go throughout Lent. And those saints that receive the most votes, they win that battle that week. And that's just part of the fun. It's really silly to think that saints would have battles, but what we do is we keep track of all those winners that go along throughout this period of Lent. So in our process, we actually give you points for every battle that you win, including extra points as you go along and reach that final golden halo. And that's really what it's all about. It's all about picking that golden halo and being the winner. And we all remember what happened last year, don't we? Well, let's see how we're doing this year. How did we pick them for 2021? Take a look at this. This pie chart right here shows how you picked the Golden Halo winners for 2021. And it looks like Joan of Arc and Constantine are way out in front. More than a third of you have chosen them to be this year's Golden Halo winner. And I have to say, it's probably a little bit of name recognition that puts them there in first place. And in close second place is Benedict the Moor, Catherine Booth, Hermione, and Isidore the Simple. And we get to watch how these turn out as we go along. So after 1 week of Lent Madness, how have we done? Well, let's take a look and see how it's turned out so far. Well, you're going to see here that actually Joan of Arc was knocked out in the very first round in an epic battle with Catherine Booth. Now, I know that many of you chose Joan of Arc to be your Golden Halo winner this year, including last year's Golden Halo winner. So I'm sorry, honey, you're not going to get another Golden Halo this year, but that's perfectly okay. You can see how these battles work out and how changes happen so quickly as we go through Lent Madness. Who was Catherine Booth and how did she beat Joan of Arc? Well, Catherine Booth is one of our very own. She's one of our Methodist saints who was known as the mother of the Salvation Army, and her life is an exemplary example of faith from the 19th century. We learn about her and others as we go along at this time. So I beg you to just keep watching this list and see how you do. Watch your bracket and see how you do as we go along. So after just 1 week, who's at the top of the leaders list? Well, take a look at this. We have Paul Douglas and Frank Lynch, Ann Mack and Gene Zelli are all tied for first place so far as we add up the points in this year's Lent Madness. Now, who's at the bottom of this list? Well, if you find yourself on this list, I just want you to know there's a lot of time left. We're only in the first round, and this is only the first week of Lent Madness, so I want you to hang in there. Through minor changes as we go along and maybe some big upsets, you too could rise to the top. Now, looking ahead to week 2, what's going to happen in week 2? Will the patron saint of beer brewers pour over the competition? Will the saint wearing the dish rag on top of her head wipe away her opponent? And will you be the one who moves closer to wearing your very own Golden Halo? Stay tuned and find out what happens next week. Thanks for joining us.